Alright, take 3. This is the case. This is a camera case. This is not a PDA case. It's the only one we could find anywhere. Oh, I got my little USB key attached to it. It's on my belt. It's kind of handy. The reason we couldn't find a case for it is because it's a specialty case. The one available from Audiovox is so tight and so soft that all the buttons will get pushed. And one of the problems I've had with this thing is when it turns itself on, it'll be randomly pushing buttons, and all kinds of interesting things can happen, including large megabyte downloads if you're really unlucky. So I needed a case, and this one seems to be doing it, that doesn't too easily push buttons. Now, this is the unit. This is from Audiovox PPC. Oh heck, I can never remember numbers, and that counts for this too. You can see the reflection of the camera right there. Anyway, this little unit, this lovely little unit is known as Audiovox Harrier or Blue Angel, or just by its numerical designation. I'll write that into the description for this video. It is my new pocket PC. The old one, the iPac, as starred in iPac Nightmare, continues. It's my husband's now. We lost it on I lost it in a taxi one drunken night, and by the time it came home several months later, I'd already bought this to replace it. Now this one, I'll show you the screen. I've got SBP Pocket Plus on there, so it gives me this lovely little tabbed interface. I'll use the stylus here. Of course, this thing has the touch screen. Can't have a pocket PC without it. Yeah, I've got the little tabbed interface. I've got SBP weather here, so it gives me the weather. See, and I can refresh that whenever I like. It's got SBP time, which is quite lovely. Let's just run screensaver. Beautiful clock. This is the Charming Day skin that integrates the whole thing. Curiously enough, the skin for the phone is not working properly. I don't know why. I couldn't get it to work, but whatever. Who cares, right? It's a wonderful thing. Speaking of phone, you see these two buttons at the bottom? They look like a little phone handset. Well, this is why. Press that. We have a phone, just in case I accidentally dialed. Let's go to speed dial. Boy, that camera's just not liking this very much. Let's turn it up a little and see if it picks it up any better. Not really. Let's dial home. And, see? Home. Hello, how are you? Are you well? I'm well. Anyway, you get the general idea. I'll hang that up. And you get your little microphone is down here, and this is your earpiece, so that when you hold it up to your ear and mouth, it acts just like a regular handset. You've got your speed dials, you've also got your contacts that you can dial out of, and I find that immensely satisfying. So that's, you know, when you press the red button to hang up or to just make the phone go away. See? Beautiful, isn't it? I love these hot buttons. I've specially reconfigured all of these buttons to do what I want them to do. This thing has a camera. My God, that is so cool. It does video or snapshot. This is on the back here, you've got a little light that illuminates, so that, let's see if I can show you how bright that gets. We'll turn on the light, and we'll just activate it. Look at that. Look at that. See that? Just beautiful. This little thing here, this is just a mirror. All that's for is to help you to self-portrait. Aim yourself. When you can see yourself in the mirror, then the lens will pick you up. So that's a pretty nifty darn thing. As you can see, you're in there now. We'll just
look at that. See that? See that?
Yeah, I'll have to throw that out. The resolution is nowhere near as nice as it is with a proper digital camera, but as far as camera phones go, it's pretty sweet. I'm telling you, it's pretty sweet. It's got all the usual Pocket PC applications, plays video, plays music, you know, Microsoft Office, Pocket Office. It's got Instant Messenger and IRC applications, and that brings me to the next feature. Now this thing will do dial-up via the phone. You could do your cellular network internet. I have it set up, but my carrier charges a ridiculous amount of money if I go over over 4 megabytes, and they don't have an unlimited, let alone a reasonable unlimited plan. So I tend not to use it. This light over here tells you the Bluetooth is enabled, and I do use it with Bluetooth. That's a really handy thing. Have it strapped on the pocket while you're riding the bike or driving the car, and if the phone goes off, you just hit your headset and away you go. This just tells you that the phone is live. When I read on this thing at night, I'll turn it sideways when I'm reading, and full screen and yes, it goes sideways. And when I'm reading, I'll turn it sideways and I'll full screen the book, and I'll lay in bed with the wireless, with the phone off, so these lights stop blinking, and a really dim color scheme, and my sleepy eyes don't get too much of a shock from it. So that's kind of nice. That's a hotkey I put on. SBP Plus allows you more hotkey configurations than regular Windows does. It's well worth adding SPB's software to your computer. Let me tell you that. It's got the usual, you know, the headset. The headset that's included with it, it's a wired headset. It has a little microphone and stereo earphones. And now here's beef number one. That is not a standard 1/8 inch jack. I cannot plug in your average patch cords and things to play the music onto speakers, like, you know, amplified speakers. I don't like that. I want to see if I can get an adapter at some point. I think that's kind of a rip-off. They really should have allowed that. So right, there's another really incredible feature. Now let's just go new Word document. Now, of course, if you've ever had a Pocket PC, you know all about the various text inputs. You've got your block recognizer a la Palm. That works just like the Palm device with, you know, you've got your capitals in the middle or whatever, I forget. I never use that one. You've got your keyboard. A lot of people like the keyboard because it's pretty straightforward, but I find it tedious. It's awfully tiny. Then you've got your letter recognizer. I tend to use this one the most because it's just like the Franklin e-Bookman that I first started as in PDAs with. The transcriber is beautiful. This is a gorgeous little unit. You see, you just transcribe, and you make spelling errors and typos, but it does its best at figuring out what you said. It didn't get it right this time. Oops. So I'll just erase that. Type this. Let's see if it gets that. Well, nope. You really need to write facing the screen. Now, if you've had enough of that, and if you're writing anything more than a few lines, you quickly do. That's where you pull out the pièce de résistance, a full QWERTY keyboard. That's not full size, but nevertheless, it saves a lot of problems. You see. Type this. And yes, it lights up when you use it, so that if you're working at night, you can still see your keyboard. Oh, after 10 seconds it delights. There you go. Isn't that gorgeous? And then, whoop. Now, there's another beef. The natural place for you to hold on to this thing, to hang on to it, is right where the camera button is sitting. It's a stupid position for a camera button. It really is, because that is the balance point of the unit where your thumb presses, and you turn it on, and you turn it on, and you turn it on. Do I want to save this? Oh, too late. It saves it automatically. I'll just delete that. So that's one beef. Another thing to be cautious about, and I was reading reviews on this unit, and read a fella complain bitterly of this problem. He said that after only 6 months of